Hello. If you want to say anything in the chat or have any questions, please feel free. It doesn't look like I've been able to connect, but you can chat at me that way. Currently finishing up bags for Gathering Threads Festival in Edmonton, which is this weekend, May 6th and 7th. My bags will be there all weekend, and I will be there tomorrow, May 6th from 10 till 4 with Ancient Arts Yarn. me know if you have any questions in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer. Right now I'm working on box bags, the small ones in particular, for Gathering Threads Fiber Festival in Edmonton. Excuse me. Which is this weekend, May 6th and 7th at the Expo Center. And then after this, once all these seams are finished, I'll be turning the bags out and just giving them the final touches. Double check on everything to make sure that it's finished. And then actually what I will be heading into is a restock of large and small box bags for Ancient Arts Yard and Dye Studio in Calgary. Nearly there. This is like the second last bag. If you haven't encountered me before, I work exclusively with Japanese fabrics or the exterior fabrics. I go to Japan, purchase the fabric there, pack it all in my luggage, and then I come back and I make the bags at my home studio. I am actually going to be going on a trip to Japan in a week. I leave in a week, which is insane. I don't know how that snuck up on me that hard, but it did. And with a friend, we've been talking about it for years. Now that we just decided finally it was just the time to do it. So we're going to go do it. My last trip, my last trip prior to COVID had been 4.5 years. And I actually got back to Japan in November, but that was a super quick trip. I was only on the feet on the ground in Japan for 4.5 days. It was way too fast. So now that all the finishing seams are done, well, all the seams except for the turning seam is done, I go through and we trim the handles. Anyway, trim the handles and do the turning. Next steps. Do these just get dropped on the floor? Why, yes, they do. My studio is an absolute disaster, and I need to tidy it up. In and turn. And this is where I double check to make sure that like all those corners got caught. There's no holes. The handle is installed the way I want it. The handle's installed on the right end, because that has happened. And there is a super cute little box bag. So now there's one last seam to finish, which is the turning seam, and then we're good. Good to go. And in a moment, I'm going to set up for a recording inception. I'm going to record what I'm doing with my phone with a really silly little rig up. I feel like a dork using it, but I'm enjoying getting the point of view videos of the sewing, and so that's what it's for. I'll show that in a minute. After this, I should be going back to a little bit more formal videos with like editing, but just it's been nuts here trying to get it ready for everything. I love this fabric. Cut the kid's head off there. Well, you got a good couple cat butts and one really good cat on the side there, so better than nothing. This is part of what I talk about when I talk about large prints. Like needing to be on certain size bags, because like you're not getting a lot of the cat on this fabric. Now it was the only cut that was left, so plus this zipper like matches that collar almost perfectly. Check all the corners on this. actually upped my seam allowance, so it should be fine. But you never know. If you miss out on bags at Edmonton Fiber Frolic or Gathering Threads as it's known now, I also have stock at Market Spot at Market Mall in Calgary, Alberta. You can find me online at ateliernikozuki.com, or I am going to be restocking bags at Ancient Arts Yarn in the small and large box bag size, in a lot of these prints as well. The small box bag, it was a situation of like one for you, one for me. Since I already like the cuts that I do for the small box bag basically produce 2 box bag cuts for the exteriors. So I may as well just go through and make them at the same time. Everything needs to be restocked right now. So part of why I'm also checking is to make sure that the actual seams to hold the ends here caught like the interfacing and all of that. It's always disappointing when I turn a bag and it turns out that's not. I have to turn it back and fix it, especially once it gets to this point. So most of the time that requires picking out those boxed edges and everything as well. If you're joining me after the live, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. And at this point, I should also put on the rig to actually get some extra video. There we go. You might notice a little bit of a shift in the zipper pulls on my bags if you're paying attention. I actually finally got a hold of a wholesaler for zipper tape for YKK, which means that I am swapping the shape of the zipper pull, so it's a little bit easier to grasp. So I find it is. And I figured that might be good for hands that might not be quite as mobile as they once were. So instead of the like, all-purpose zip pull, it's a little bit fatter. Not quite as long. All right, so this thing is nuts. It's like so silly, but it's going to make Japan so much easier. Because last time I did it by holding my phone and then having to set it down every time I want to pull a bolt of fabric out or something like that. So when I was in Tomato, it was a real pain to do. But the phone goes in here. I'm going to set it up before I put it in. I don't understand why they don't give you enough room in these holsters to like really do stuff with. And there we go. It's a little bit in the way sometimes, but you know, you do what you gotta do. So let's make sure that I can get everything in the shot. I'm going to turn the sushi cats. So this will be for social media, like the shorts and Instagram and TikTok and all of that. And I just realized how absolutely disgusting my floor looks behind this. So let's turn towards the actual sewing machine because it's tidier. And we'll turn the hedgehogs. With this one, I left 2 turning seams, so I'll just do 2 seams. That's fine. No big deal. Now we're gonna move this to this direction, for the actual like YouTube videos and such. Make sure I'm still set up properly. Yep. And turn it up. Oh. Beginning of this year has been surprisingly busy, actually, so it's good. But I am ready for vacation. Thankfully, Japan will be a vacation. Alright, there's these. Sweet. This is so adorable. My in-laws are supposed to be over in about half an hour as well, so I will have to wrap this up fairly soon. Not even half an hour, about 20 minutes max. So, go. That's better. Swatch out the points. I think this is the last. Trying to use up the last dregs of a lot of the older fabric, and I think this is some of the last of this one, which is sad. I really like this fabric. So it's polar bear making pancakes for penguin. It's just adorable. But if I have any more, it's already made up. Actually, if I find more, I'm going to try and make a kato out of it, because that would be adorable. I think I still have some of the cafe stuff that I can make into kato bags. Actually, I think it's sitting on the cutting table right now, just waiting, which is fine because it has to wait no matter what. Yeah. Flynn! Dude. He's up on top of a shelf scratching the freaking ceiling. Sorry. My cat apparently decided that today is the day to be up on heights and trying to scratch the basement ceiling. Now I am finishing up bags for Edmonton Fiber Frolic, which is now known as Gathering Threads. I finished all the finishing seams and I am currently turning them so that I can actually do the last seam on them. So actually down to the last 3 bags. I'm going to wrap up pretty soon. This rig right here is to shoot point of view video, because that's been really fun, and this makes it a lot easier than trying to shove it down my shirt and potentially flashing a bunch of people. So I'm going to turn it in a moment so that I can shoot the last couple in portrait mode for social media. All right. Now, make sure we can get everything in frame. So if you're just joining me and you've never encountered me before, I make bags and lifestyle accessories from Japanese fabrics. I hand sort them all in Japan, currently in Tokyo and Kyoto. And then I come back and I make them all in my sewing studio, all the bags, everything. The only thing I do not craft on my website are some of the accessories. There's little clay charms and some accessories for knitters as well. My main market is knitters, but honestly, these bags are so versatile that you could use them for anything you would like. So what I'm doing right now is, so I just turned it, we'll do a finishing seam, and then it'll be good to go on the shelf. And now the cat is trying to dig into the Obi bag. He is in for some mischief today, apparently. Whoa. All right, do this last one, and then I'm going to wrap up the live because my in-laws are going to be here fairly soon. If you have any questions after this, you can contact me on pretty much any social media. Instagram is my most active spot, although realistically, you can also comment on my YouTube videos because I am here regularly. I will be notified when I have new comments or questions. All right, last bag here. I love this fabric because the kitty cats are quite subtle, but it's surfing cats with a little octopus actually pulling off the getting pulled off the surfboard. So that is the last one I'm going to turn. It is lunchtime and time for a break. And I will be back. I'm actually heading to Japan next week. So I won't be here next week, but in 3 weeks after that, I will be back. A friend and I are heading to Japan. We've been talking about it for years, and we finally decided that if we aren't going to do it now, we're never going to do it, basically. So it was time. And yeah, what I'll be doing is I will be posting stories on my Instagram. Will be actually, again, the most active place, and trying to get some up on YouTube as well for the shorts or TikTok. Mostly Instagram stories though, and then I will be doing larger compilation videos on YouTube when I return home. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. Obviously this is the end of the live, but you can rewatch this whole video once it gets posted. So I'll chat with you all officially in a few weeks. And before that, yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, pretty much all of the places. I will be there. So thanks so much for joining me. Bye.